So today I'm going to be teaching you how to make some ground chicken crust to do like a ground chicken crust pizza. I like to put the ground chicken into a bowl, and then I honestly just like to season the ground chicken with Italian seasoning. Then I put on some gloves. I don't like to mix ground chicken with my bare hands because I hate it if it gets under my fingernails. So I'm going to use some gloves and just mix up the chicken and really incorporate the seasoning throughout the chicken. Alright, now this is kind of the tricky part, but what you're going to do is you're going to put down some wax paper and maybe even spray that with a little bit of olive oil. Put the ground chicken onto the wax paper, cover it with another piece of wax paper, and then you're just going to kind of roll it out as best you can into like a round circle or into like a pizza crust shape. Alright, so this is kind of what it looks like. It's not perfect, but it's going to be just fine. So I put this in the oven on roast at 400 degrees Fahrenheit and cook this for about 10 minutes. Chicken has a lot of water in it, so you will see some of the water starting to cook off. Alright, and if this is too much work for you, then I would definitely get zero carb life chicken crust. And I'm going to start prepping my veggies. You can see my little dog in the background. He's excited for some chicken crust pizza. I'm going to start by slicing up some onion, some bell pepper, and then I also like mushrooms. I'm going to actually cook these in a pan to get them cooked through a little bit because the chicken crust cooks so fast that I won't have enough time to put this in the oven and allow the veggies to cook. So I use a pan and just get them cooked a little bit beforehand. Alright, now our chicken crust is done, so I took it out of the oven. I'm going to use my favorite tomato sauce, which is Rouse. This is the best sauce for low carb. It has no sugar, great ingredients, and it tastes great. Then I'm going to add on my favorite cheese blend, so I'm just going to use like an Italian cheese and then a little bit of extra Parmesan on top of that. So I sprinkle this on top of the sauce, and then I'm going to add on my veggies, a little bit more cheese, put this back in the oven so the cheese melts and the sauce heats up. Alright, next I'm going to pull this out of the oven. I just honestly get a spatula and just kind of gently lift the sides and then push it onto my cutting board. Alright, and then I just use my pizza slicer and then just cut this down the middle. I just usually cut this into quarters. Now for lunch, or if you feel like you don't want to do pizza crust, what I do is I will honestly just make like a ground chicken pizza skillet. So I'll just put the ground chicken, bell peppers, mushrooms, onions, all into a pan, cook that down, top it with some Rouse and some cheese, and it's the best thing I can do for lunch, or if I'm just not in the mood for making the pizza crust with the ground chicken.